African time. So sometime I asked you lovely subscribers and fans and followers to pretty please send me stories. And I'm so glad that you guys delivered. I am unbelievably happy that you guys did. And so, that being said, I also want to thank you guys for sliding over to my Patreon, checking that out, becoming members, being supportive, just joining the bandwagon of all the projects that I have going on. On the Patreon, there will be exclusive content. There will be content that you guys will get early access to. It'll be a special place for a community, for projects that I'm bringing to life. I'm so excited about it. This week I will be uploading behind the scenes footage, and I'm also excited about that. Anyways, so today's story is about a gentleman who wanted to share his craziest sexual experience. Things will get real interesting, okay? Things will get real interesting here on YouTube, all right? So thank you for joining. Please understand, real quick disclaimer, things will be embellished. Certain pieces of information will be left out. Certain things will be changed. All of this is happening to preserve the anonymity. I don't know if that's a word. I still haven't checked. You would think I would have checked by now since I used it in the previous video. I didn't. Anyways, to preserve the anonymity of the people involved in the story and the person sharing the story. We're just going to spruce up my storytelling abilities. Okay? All right, let us begin. So let us call this gentleman Jacob. Jacob had just finished the semester. Him and his friends, they had passed their finals. They are now stress-free. It's about to be winter break. They want to go out. They want to go out before everybody starts going to their respective hometowns to go see family for the holiday. Everybody's trying to go out. So they go out one night and Jacob sees this beautiful young woman. We can call her Jasmine. Jasmine is gorgeous, okay? He approaches her, they start talking, they exchange numbers. The night proceeds, they dance, they're vibing, there's chemistry, there's obvious chemistry, there's palpable chemistry. There's chemistry that can be sliced with a knife, okay? They don't go home with one another that night. Like I said, they exchange numbers. Beyond that night, they continue to communicate with one another. They continue to chit-chat. They continue to flirt. Again, there's chemistry through the text. They're obviously comfortable with one another. And Jacob is beginning to like homegirl. All right. It's getting closer to the time for Jacob to actually leave to go home. So they agree to go on a date before he leaves. They go on a date and it's more chemistry. They're enjoying one another's presence. They're cracking jokes. They understand one another's sense of humor. It's a vibe. He likes it. She proposes that they go on one more date before he leaves to go home. Here comes the next date. And she's being real touchy-feely. She is making it abundantly clear what she wants. And Jacob is very receptive. Jacob wants the same things. So the date progresses. They're being real handsy in the movies. They're being real handsy when they go out to eat. And now finally it is time for them to head back to Jasmine's place, per Jasmine's request. Now they get back to Jasmine's place. They enter into the living room. Jacob sees that there's a woman sitting in the living room eating and watching TV. He's thinking, we haven't been talking for that long, but I don't remember her ever mentioning that she had a roommate. Oh well, who cares? Guess we'll just have to do our best to be quiet. All thought processes. He doesn't give two shiitake mushrooms. The two of them are on a mission. Okay? They go back to the room. Things get real hot and heavy. Disrobing. Clothing is flying all over the place. All right? They're excited. And then at one point, Jasmine, I think I named her Jasmine, says, give me 1 second. There is a bathroom in Jasmine's room. And of course, Jacob's thinking, whatever, do what you gotta do. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. You know, women, sometimes we gotta go handle some business before we handle some business. Okay. Except Jasmine bypasses the bathroom and goes back into the living room. And so Jacob sits up and he's like, whatever. Hopefully, whomever that is in the living room, because she did not introduce the two of them. Not that it really mattered, because the two of them, like I said, they were on a mission, handsy. But he's thinking, I hope that homegirl, her roommate, who we're gonna have to name Jessica. He's hoping that Jessica isn't in the living room and she just walks out naked. If she is, well, I guess that's just a thing that they do. They don't care. They see each other naked all the time. Who cares? So then Jasmine comes back into the room. They resume the hot and heavy behavior, all right? And then maybe about 30 seconds into the resuming of the hot and heavy behavior, Jessica walks in, disrobed, ready to join the party. Jacob is a little confused, a little hesitant, but not totally against it. Jessica joins the party and, he's beginning to warm up to it and he's like, okay, I like this, I like this, I like this. And then eventually Jessica reaches over to a drawer and whips out a toy, a dildo. And so then Jacob gets even more excited until Jessica says, turn around. And Jacob questions her. He was like, what do you mean? She said, turn around. And then he looks at Jasmine, hoping to, get some sort of backup and support in his obvious rejection to turn around. He doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to turn around. That is not what he thought was going to happen when she withdrew the instrument from the drawer. So he was like, look, I'm all into the kink. I'm all into it, but I'm not into that part of it. That's not my style. I don't do that. That's not how I get down. I'm not really comfortable with trying that just yet. This is already a lot for this being our first encounter. Kind of sprung this on me. That's a lot to spring on me. I'm not with it. Jessica catches a whole ass attitude, reacts as if she finds out that Jacob has been cheating on her for years, and then has this whole uproar on Jasmine and then says, you owe me, you still owe me. Jacob is confused. Jessica flies out of the room. Jasmine looks at him like, I can't believe you did that to me. You embarrassed me. Jacob is like, I am so confused. You didn't even tell me this was gonna happen. I was being real cool and open-minded up until, that last part. I'm still down with the get down. She's not down. She gets up, gets dressed, asks him to leave. He goes home. They don't see each other again. They don't text. Fast forward, Jacob has graduated. Jacob is a grown man in the field in which he graduated working, and he is entering the dating field as a completely different human being. He's not in a relationship. One of his homeboys is having a baby shower. Y'all already know where this is going. Now, it's a homeboy that he hadn't heard from in a few years. They hadn't spoken in a while. They graduated. Sometimes that just happens. Everybody goes their separate ways. He agrees to come to the baby shower. He shows up. Everybody's greeting, laughing, talking. And then his friend's like, let me introduce you to my wife. It is Jasmine. Jasmine turns a special shade of red. His homeboy, whom we have not named, and I don't know, I'm running out of names. Michael. Such an overused name. Michael gets confused. He excuses himself, goes to check on Jasmine, comes back and he's like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the hormones. And Jacob's like, yeah, maybe it's the hormones. And so they had a grand old time at this baby shower. Jacob excused himself, and that's the end of that story. That's the end of that story. If you guys want, I can reach out to Jacob and ask if there was, an extension, if something else happened, but that's where it ended with what he chose to share with me, as far as what he chose to share with me and what I chose to share with you guys. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Slide over to the Patreon. Thank you for those of you who have already done that. Check out my editor. let's try to get to 80,000 subscribers. Tell your friends, hit that like button, hit the comment section, all the interactions, do it. It'll circulate me all over the YouTube channel, all right? All right, guys. Thank you for joining.